We off that Young Thug and Gunna situation, and we back. We getting ready to start the show. Now, here's where the real shit come in at. We're starting the show now. I just wanted to give y'all a little update on that. When I seen that dude right here, it made me want to, you know what I'm saying, give y'all another little sidebar to that. This is why I show with y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But we get into the real shit now. The shit that matters. But you see, if you understood, this video right here been out 8 days. But we got all kind of stories like this in real life, right? But see, what gets the attention? People like this. Gunna ban whether he rat whether he did not rat, Young Thug case, Tory Lane case, Megan Thee Stallion. See, when we so blinded by this type of, that other type of shit, then we missing out on our kids and what's going on with our kids. I wish I had this other story of this man. They just found this man guilty of sexually assaulting his own daughter. This man been messing around with his own daughter for I don't know how long. But we so worried about R. Kelly. But see, what I keep telling y'all, you looking at the outside. We all looking at the outside. And you know one thing if it wasn't for my lady, there are sometimes I forget about my own family. And because of the lady I have, she helps remind me that I don't live in the streets no more. I don't have to be a selfish person. See, when I was coming up in the streets, bro, I had to survive. And it's all about me. I'm a selfish ass person. I was. Y'all know when y'all see me live streaming on Twitch, y'all see me live streaming 24/7, trying to make it, trying to be successful. And all I tell y'all, man, I got to get this money. My family, they can wait because I got to pay the light bill. I got to pay rent. I got to pay all this stuff. And if they want to be living comfortable, I got to work. But you know how selfish that is? To put all the responsibility on my lady to be the mother, and then I get to step away as the father because I say I just want to work. See, that's how fucked up we have been. But a lot of us are born into this selfish lifestyle because we live in a world where you gotta duck and move, and you gotta watch everybody. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You understand what I'm saying? So because of my lady, it keep me grounded. She keep me to understand that you're not alone no more. You don't live in that world where you gotta do this, you gotta do that, or you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch your every move. You gotta move light. Everybody is guilty until you feel otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And when a nigga cross you just a little bit, you cut him off. See, because of my lady, she helped me remind me that you have a family. You have people that love you. You have people that care about you. You don't have to be that guy that you was when you was growing up and you wanted to live a gangster lifestyle. You wanted to be so involved. So now I'm able to work on my business and still be a father to my kids, because I thought being a father was, I make this money, y'all should be good. The fuck? I'm not watching. I keep it honest. See one thing about me, y'all. I tell y'all real shit about my life. I'll be honest. I should tell my lady, I'm not watching the baby. I'm making this money. You see I'm working, get her. I used to say that. But I grew to understand that is that raising a family because I'm working and making this money, I don't have to be a father? Some of y'all might say, man, that's some fucked up shit. Yeah, you're right. It's some fucked up shit. But coming up how I came up, nigga, I got to get this money. And if I get this money, you ought to be able to do the rest of the shit. So I had to revamp how I seen the world, because getting this money don't mean nothing if I can't even help my kids to escape niggas like this. I don't teach my kids to watch out for this type of environment that I'm about to show y'all. What's good is the money if I didn't teach my daughter to watch out for the predators. If I didn't teach my sons to grow up to be a man and stop being a follower. If I didn't teach my son that Gunna don't move you, Gunna don't move you. You wasting your motherfucking time throwing cheese at a nigga car. He don't move you, son. So what's good is getting the money if I'm not preparing my kids? If I can't, work with my lady. If I can't show her and lead her. You know what I'm saying? So I had to step away and I had to look at myself like, okay, you want to go out here and teach these people on the internet. I want to come and show y'all videos and explain shit that it's my lady hip. Now I can read y'all text message to where I done put so much game down to my lady. She can come and break this story down for y'all. My lady never been into this type of shit. My lady ain't never been aware of this. She seen it, but she ain't never been hip. Right now, I can have my lady go live for me and break each story down that I'm about to break down for you, because that's how much game I done instilled in her. That's the type of leadership I have in my household, to where I'm so on my shit that my lady can't help but to be on her shit. And I don't just now I just don't, I'm not just a breadwinner, I'm a leader now. See, I've been a leader, but I thought it was because I made the money. I thought it because I made all the money, this bitch better listen to whatever the fuck I say. And if she don't like it, then fuck her. Yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah, I ain't, take the kids to daycare. There go the car. You see I'm fucking live streaming, right? Who gonna pay this shit? I gotta pay this shit. But my lady make money just like I do. But see, I wasn't looking at it as in, you can't raise kids by yourself, especially like a lot of us, we say, man, if I had 2-parent household, then I'd be safe. There's a lot of 2-parent household where when you break it down, it's only 1 parent. See, we ain't gonna talk about that, huh? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. We all think, man, he had both his parents. I know he good. I know she good. Nah, there's a father who was in the house with both his parents. I mean, there's kids that was in the house with their mother and father, but the father was sexually assaulting the daughter. Nobody claimed they knew. There's a lot of us that grew up with both our parents. I didn't get that option to grow up with both parents, but I seen my homies have both of their parents. I used to hate that shit, man. Man, look at your soft ass, nigga. Your mama always talking about, Kim, you okay? Man, you a bitch. That's how I used to see that shit. I used to hate one of my best friends. I used to hate the fact that he had both his parents, because they loved him. They showed him that. And I only seen it from 1 parent. And I never knew what it was like for you niggas to talk about you have both your parents. What the fuck? You a pussy ass nigga. Nobody give a fuck because you had your mom and daddy. But there are some people that had both of their parents, and in reality, they still only had 1 person that give a fuck about them. Because a lot of us, we are in the house, but we not in the house. But I know that's some that I'm saying that we gonna be like, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I can tell you from my own life. I ain't talking about nobody else. It's me. Me and my lady both in the house with all my kids. But guess what? When it come down to it, if I'm working, I'm working. I ain't on no father duties right now. Father duty mean I gotta get this money. I get this money, you should be good. But that ain't being a father. That ain't being a father, because if I don't prepare my daughter for these type of monsters, if I don't prepare my daughter for baby girl, my daughter didn't get a COVID shot. My daughter didn't wear a mask, because I said if they gonna kill us, they gonna kill us. But I'm not gonna go out here and inject things into my body when I know what they are saying. See, I use my head. I said, well, if they say it's airborne, I can't run from it. Show me a motherfucker that can run from something that is airborne. So I said, I'm not gonna be stupid. And I'm not calling none of y'all stupid. I understand that it was mandatory for some of y'all to keep your job. And see, that's how it plays. Because see, you can't lose your job. You gotta pay bills. Yeah, nigga, you gotta survive. So a lot of y'all was subjective to take it. But I was saying to myself, nah, I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. You not finna trick me. Now, There are points in my life where, yes, they tell me if you want to come into my store, you got to wear my mask. Well, I put it on. But for us, you talking about injecting something to me, nah, I ain't going for that. You told me it's airborne. Where we going to run from? Where we going to go to get away from this? We can't escape it. The same people that got this, when they got their shot, they come back next week and say, oh, well, how did I? Oh, because, I mean, you're not immune to it. You still can get it. So you telling me you done put something into me to change who I am and saying I still can. Nah, I'm not a follower. I think for myself. That's why y'all can't tell me how to feel about Gunna. But let's get into this story right here.
I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Meet Joe Bruno, Dean of Students at the prestigious Francis W. Parker Private School in Chicago, which happens to charge $40,000 per student.
$40,000 per student. And these same students don't have the education that they deserve. Our kids out here are dumb as fuck. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Some of us got some intelligent kids, but some of us got some dumb ass kids. Now, I'm not boasting or bragging. My oldest daughter right now is 8 years old. I like to think she's really intelligent. But guess what? She also caught up in this gaming world. She also got grandparents that think she got to have everything for Christmas because they caught up in this. Because, see, this is what you got to understand. A lot of our elders, they don't have the knowledge that we have. They have remedies. They know how to survive. But when it comes to understanding that this new wave of attacks, nah, they don't get it. They don't understand that we should invest. We should be building instead of trying to buy everything and put up under the motherfucking Christmas tree. What you getting your baby? What you getting them for Christmas this year? Well, I'm gonna get them some clothes and fix up some stuff. That's all you get. Well, I mean, what I need to get? You have these parents that try to tell us what we need to buy our kids for Christmas. They's caught up in that. We have these parents that still say Santa Claus is the one that bringing the kid. Yeah, the parent. Man, my dad bought my daughter a phone. I said, no, I ain't buying her no phone. Guess what? She had a phone under the tree. He said, well, you ain't gonna buy a phone, I'll buy a phone. What my daughter need a phone for? Now, I understand in cases of having a phone to use to contact me. Like my daughter, I dropped my daughter off at school. And then, so sometimes something might happen at the school. She can contact me or I check on her. But is that why she using the phone though? Let's be honest. My daughter got so many games on her phone that she froze the phone up. Every so often, the phone will just freeze up. My daughter has over 100 games downloaded on her phone. My daughter has over hundreds of games downloaded on her tablet. She have so many games, I kid you not, her phone will just freeze up. Brand new fucking phone, but it'll just freeze up. Because that's how many games she has on that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of our parents, man, they're gaming like a motherfucker. She ain't using the phone to learn about nothing unless I make her. Because why? That's how kids are. If we don't push them to learn about the things that they should. This is why the China thing is so important, y'all. When we hear about how China maneuver with their kids and how TikToks and all these social media platforms works for them, what they engage in, when they look at social media, it's all positive. This is what they coming out with. It's not something I made up. When they look at social media, they see positive shit, reinforced in their mind because it's a mental game. You got to understand that. So when we look at social media, we see negativity, which reinforce negativity in our mind. You understand what I'm saying? My daughter, when my daughter, she know how to get on Facebook. She helped my dad create him a Facebook account. Like, you see what I'm saying? My 8-year-old daughter know how to do all that other shit. But if I tell her, what did you learn today at school? Now my daughter is very intelligent, but guess what? She still do dumb shit. What you learn at school? We did PE. I asked you what you learned, and the first thing you tell me about is some fucking PE. What? I asked you what you learned at school, and the first thing you tell me about is PE, and then I gotta open you up for you to tell me what y'all actually learned. And you can barely explain that to me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, we so caught up in all this other shit where these people are at school passing out butt plugs to our kids to teach them about how to fuck a motherfucker in the ass. But our kids can't read correctly. Our kids can't write correctly. Then they just came out with telling y'all how, I think they was talking about California, but it's all over the world, how these motherfuckers are these grown motherfuckers is reading at a 5th grade level. They reading at a 5th grade level. You 18 years old and can't read a correct sentence. In my case, I'm 30 years old and I'm not a great speller. Luckily, I'm good at everything else. Because if a motherfucker had to grade me off for spelling, well, I'd be fucked up. But y'all know something about me, nigga. I always end up with a highly intelligent girl as my girl. And I can tell you, my lady is very educated. She got all the degrees you could think of. And I be asking her, how you spell this? And you would think a lot of girls would be like, man, this motherfucker can't spell it. But a lot of female, they be like, well, you lucky you good and everything else. You a good person. You cool as fuck. You funny. You handsome. You sexy. You fuck good. You a great father. You know you dress nice. But man, you be spelling that shit wrong. You smart. You very smart. But you can't spell. Hey man, I ain't have time. I had to go get some money for my family. Yeah, I left school at the 9th grade. I was smart enough to get my GED. For all y'all that don't understand how the GED process works, you have to, I don't know about you, but where I'm from, if you go out to get your GED, you are on your own. I was smart enough to get my GED with no help. I left school in the 9th grade because I had to go get that money. I had to pay bills. Yeah, I didn't get to get, some of you niggas get to work a motherfucking job and keep the money. Some of you niggas are working at 15 and get to keep your money and you ain't doing nothing with it. Nigga, when I was working at 15, half of my money went to bills. I sit here and see how some of you niggas get to make your own money and keep it. Yeah, I'm Mayweather. I'm highly intelligent, but hey, I'll fuck up a sentence. But guess what? I guarantee you I'm not an idiot. I bet you that. I bet you I ain't no idiot though. You understand? I bet you can't come and finesse me. I know bullshit. GED is harder than a high school diploma because you're on your own. See, all of us that went to high school, all of us that went to school, how easy is it to get your high school diploma? Like, let's be for real. What? If you cool as fuck, the teacher gonna fuck with you. Nigga, you understand. I didn't have to drop out of school. Every teacher fuck with me. Every teacher. It's not one teacher that did not fuck with me. It's not one girl in the school that would not fuck with me to help me with my work. Let me cheat off them. I had some bitches that would set me up though. Let me cheat off of them. And then I'd have marked all the wrong answers down because they mad because I'm talking to the other girl. Now they done gave me all the wrong answer and I get a motherfucking flat F. Now, there's no way you can get a 0 unless motherfucker change all the answers. I'm in that bitch with a 0 because she mad because I'm talking to the other girl. And I'm like, man, god damn. My nigga said I was oh my god, I was an athlete. Never studied one day of high school. Not proud of it though. But we understand that it's easy to do this. It's easy to skate through high school. It's easy. But, you know, like I said, man, We have to make that cycle to change this. We so worried about all this other stuff that we are teaching our kids, but our kids can't read, write. They don't know about money. They don't know how to properly love themselves because they're looking for the world to accept them. See, when you see stuff like this is wanting the world to accept you. Y'all think this man would be doing this if he really was in tune with his own self? Why would a nigga be taking a chance with his life to throw cheese at another man's car? Why? Why would you take that chance if you really was in tune with your life? And see, that's what I'm saying. We need to step away from these characters and start to love who we are so we can pay attention for how they're trying to reshape our world. Exactly. Yes, we need to pay attention. We need to look at the world and say, how did a basketball player get freed over all these citizens of the United States that have been captured and they don't get to come home? They be there for years. See, y'all just hear about the ones they tell you about. There are people all over the world that are being trafficked from the United States, but there's nobody rushing to go get them because it don't benefit the program. Brittany Grinder could, the same people that accept Brittany Grinder, and I'll say this, you doing this, now Megan Thee Stallion is a whole motherfucking lie. But you are willing to say Brittany Grinder represent the black women, but Megan Thee Stallion has a dick. Just think about how fucked up our world is. Brittany Grinder is supposed to be representing black women, queer women, but we'll say Megan Thee Stallion has a dick. We'll say Michelle Obama has a dick. But Brittany Grinder is a woman. Look at how crazy we have flipped where we are today. Look at the world we live in. And I'm not saying you can't say Brittany Griner is not a woman. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, look at how y'all do it though. You will say one person is a man, and then you will say the man that the woman that's trying to be a man is a woman. She'll somehow have a title as a woman, but a woman that we don't have no real proof of, she a man. Now I'm not taking up Megan deserved to be in the jail. I want to make sure I say that. I don't care who don't like that. Megan deserved to go to jail for falsely accusing a man of doing something. Yeah, I know. I see the views drop down when I said that. Because, see, a lot of y'all don't want to admit that. A lot of y'all act like females don't lie on niggas. Yeah, Megan's supposed to be in jail, and I hope she get prosecuted. I hope we get to see it on national TV. I need women to start going to jail for lying on men. I need men to step up and come out and tell the truth. I know some of you men don't want to come out because these women done had another man could come put his dick on your face, and it's hard to come out and say, it's hard to come out and say, I want to tell y'all what they did to me, but they got a picture of a nigga with his dick on my face. We gonna give you a pass, bro. You was drugged up. Any of you dudes out there that can testify to these women drugging you and blackmailing you, we gonna give you a pass. You are not gay or homosexual or whatever. You was forced to do something against your will. And to my ladies, to all my ladies that were forced to do something against their will, we're gonna prosecute these men. Don't be afraid. For you men out here sexually assaulting these women, you need to go to motherfucking jail. Any man out here abusing these women need to go to fuck. Now, I ain't saying you can't get a bitch to get her some act right. I'm a firm believer, and I know I probably shouldn't say this because y'all don't live in the real world. Y'all want to pretend on the internet. I'm a firm believer. If a woman put her hands on me, she get it back. I'm giving it back to her. I believe. I stand. I cross my heart, hope to die. If a woman hit me, Anonymous is hitting her back. If a woman want to play tough with me and punch all on me, well, I'm going to give her one. and one gonna be enough. But y'all wanna live on the internet and act like this shit don't get real in the household. Ain't nobody gonna be punching on me up in this motherfucker. And I'm gonna sit here, man, you better go on. You better go. No, go on. Did I told you? Yep, I told you. It took me a while to hit you, but you got it. Now go on, sit down. Yep, go on, sit down. But you guys want to live in this fake reality where they try to convince y'all that you can be abused. You men so let it need little short. Yes, boy, that's me. I don't care what another man say or how he run his situation. If you want to allow women to beat on you, you allowing a 5-foot woman to beat on you, and you thinking that is cool. Man, I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna let her get that off. Ain't nobody getting nothing off on me. None of you niggas are getting that off on me, and ain't no woman gonna get nothing off on me. Ain't nobody gonna. Bro, I had a girl that spit in my face one time. Boy, I tell you, that was, yeah. So, all you women that out here thinking that you can attack these men, you deserve to be punished by the law. Or if that man give you one, I think he has the right to. We just seen that young lady, and for you fellas that's out here abusing these women, I think you should go to jail. He said, a small woman hitting you? Man, nah, see, I said I'd get her to act right. You can determine however you want to determine. I'll let you play with those words. You feel me? You didn't hear me say nail time, I will ball my fence up and punch a woman. You didn't, so I'll let you run with that. I'll let you run that however you want to run it. But what I'm saying to you fellas, you do not deserve to get abused. Stop letting these people trick you on the internet. Stop letting the media trick you like a woman is because she's small. A woman will fucking hurt you. So don't let nobody sit here and physically abuse you because she a little bitty woman. Don't sit here and play these games. Man, you'll be dead. You know how many men are dead because they thought that, oh, she was just a little bitty woman. She can't hurt me. Well, there are some men that don't get to come back and say the shit y'all saying. There are some men that don't get that opportunity because they are dead now. Because they thought because she was a little bitty woman that she couldn't hurt them. Once again, there are some men that don't get the opportunity to say what y'all saying. There are some men that are in the box right now because he thought that little bitty woman could not hurt him. All the law do whatever you want to do. Somebody need to go to jail or however you handle it. But don't let nobody abuse you. Don't let nobody abuse you because you feel like it's justified. You a big man. No. And for my ladies, don't let nobody abuse you. Pick some up and knock his motherfucking ass out. See, it work both ways with me. You ladies out here are getting sexually assaulted. You feel embarrassed to come out and tell somebody. You got to stop that. It been going on too long. I know where I'm from. Type 1. You don't got. He said, I think everyone would agree that you shouldn't allow anyone to abuse you. Facts. I done talked to so many girls that have been sexually assaulted, man. You know, I done talked to so many girls that have been sexually assaulted by family members, boyfriends, but they never reported it. Ladies, you have to do better. You have to do better. It's no way you can be going on throughout your life, allowing someone to do something to you that breaks every code in the book, take away your identity, doing things to you that you are unwillingly participating in. Without your consent. You have to tell. You have to tell somebody. You have to tell somebody. It's too many and I'm seeing it coming out more and more and more. It's too many of you women going through abuse. Let me say what I really want to say. It's too many of you women not seeing the signs that your daughters are going through this. Let me repeat that. It's too many of you women not seeing the signs that this man is doing something to your babies. Your daughters, they are not like they used to be. There are some daughters that are participating in this stuff willingly. A lot of y'all don't want to talk about that. There are some of these little girls going into the room of these men because this is what the hip hop industry have made to be okay. You embarrassed to come out because you felt like you didn't protect your baby. Now you don't want to press charges. You don't want nobody to know. All you want to do is him to move on, and your daughter got to go through this. You have to say something. You have to get therapy. You have to get police involved. Because if you let's just say you kill him because of what he's doing. The way the law is, there's always loopholes. And they can say, hey, it's always loopholes in this shit. And they can possibly lock you up for attacking that man for doing what he's doing to your babies. Ladies, you have to come out and say something. You have to come out and say something. And the reason I'm speaking on that because I just seen a story just came out. It is, and when you look at the pictures, I can't show it to y'all because it's on my phone. I wish I had it on here. When you look at the pictures, the man has got his arm right in the daughter. They taking a family picture, y'all. The man got his hand right there. Like they taking a family picture. The mother is behind the man. Where's the daughter? One of the daughters behind the man. If y'all seen this picture, y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all seen it, I seen it on Facebook. The mother up there, the father sitting down, the daughter is in front of the father, and the father got his hand right there. And you ain't notice it? He got his hand right there, and you. Come on, y'all. Let's think, man. Let's think. But let's get back to this. Let's get back to this guy who should be in jail. The school should be fined, and parents should get their kids out of this school. Let's get back to the story.
Just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them. They're like, how does this butt plug work? How does this work? That's a really cool part of my job.
Parents might be stunned to learn that Bruno's version of love and acceptance means handing out sex toys to underage students.
So I've been the dean for 4 years. During Pride, we do a Pride Week every year, and I had our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Who is this?
This is an LGBTQ plus health center came in to talk to my high school students. They're just passing around dildos.
High school students. But watch when he say the age range.
Butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them. They're looking at them.
In the school?
In a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the classroom.
While I'm sitting there. And we had a drag queen come in, pass out cookies and brownies and do photos.
The world done scared us so. The world done scared us so much. That we volunteer our kids and subject our kids to this type of stuff just so we don't get, is it ridicule? Y'all know that word I'm trying to say. Just so we don't get any backlash of we are homophobic. I am not a homophobic person. But to know that my kid was in a classroom where they was passing around butt plugs. What is it to learn about a butt plug? But what I'm learning from? Why I need to learn about a butt plug? What am I learning about that for? What is my kids partaking in that type of? How does that help them in life? So we have got so afraid of this culture where you are wrong for believing in how you believe in. Now, if the kids are willingly participating in this and saying, okay, I think this is who I am and I want to learn about this. But to subject it to an entire classroom, like, let's not get then we just said we got kids that are being sexually assaulted, but they don't go tell anybody. So you think every kid in there that really don't know what the fuck going on just gonna come out and say, hey man, this is what we was learning about. These are the same kids that are being sexually assaulted, but won't tell nobody. These are 14 to 18-year-old kids. 14 to 18-year-old that don't have no thought in their mind of living a life like this, but yet it's produced it to them and fed to them. What happened if you keep feeding it to, my boy said, sickening? How would it make you feel to come home? Your son ain't never thought about it. Your daughter ain't never thought about being a lesbian. And I'm not disrespecting. Somebody help me. Oh, it's LGBTQ. I'm not disrespecting the organization. I'm not disrespecting anyone. I got a lot of supporters. See, this is what y'all got to understand when y'all get ready to talk that. When anybody come talk that shit to me, no, I got a lot of people that fuck with me that are lesbians in my community. Now, I don't know about any dudes in here that are bisexual, but I know I got a lot of girls in here that are lesbian and they fuck with me. And they know I don't mean any disrespect. But I speak on this stuff. LGBTQ plus. Okay. Appreciate it. So I'm not saying anything that you choose to be is wrong. Nobody can condemn you for what you choose to do with your life. Nobody can. But for kids, this is the only time I ever speak on this. Y'all ain't never. Can't nobody ever say, and I've been speaking on this stuff for years. Can't nobody ever say I spoke on it as if what they're doing is forbidden. I'm not worried about no grown person doing whatever they doing with their private part. But when I'm talking about is kids being groomed and force-fed this information, for what? We just sat here and learned that our kids can't even pass the SAT. So our kids can't pass the SAT, but they know how to fucking use a butt plug. We got time for that? I'm not saying for my grown kids who is 18 to 25 and they want to take this class to learn about their sexual preference. 18 to 25, they want to learn. But you talking about 14, 15, 12, 13, 8. You got little kids modeling for grown men and women? I draw the line. I draw the line. And I would be out there with the rest of the parents saying this ain't right. Hey, I would be out there with the rest of the parents marching and protesting, because when it comes to the kids, you are basically influencing them to possibly take this route in life. Why do y'all think there are so many criminals in the world? What is the most promoted thing in the world? Negativity, crime. So why do you think it's so reproduced? It's a replica of what we see. If you stop promoting crime, I guarantee you crime will drop down at a large rate. It's never going to drop down when it's promoted. When you get some clout from it, when you get 100,000 retweets from it, when you can possibly make some money from it, you're going to have niggas that always do this dumb shit like this brother right here doing. Throwing cheese at somebody else's car and can possibly end his motherfucking life. When it's a profit from it, and you keep talking about it, it's keep being produced. Come on now. It's no way. Look at this. Now, if these kids are 18, 25, you have no issue from me. But you talking about kids that can't even fucking pass a SAT? Nah, nigga. When you can pass the SAT, you can properly read, write, spell, understand the world. When you know about money, when you know about credit, when you start learning how to survive on your own, then now you can willingly. But you telling me we got kids that can't even properly learn, but they can know everything about how many genders we have in the world? When in my world, there's 2 genders. But they said it's 70 some genders now. Man, y'all just making up shit, man. Man, come on, bruh. Stop bullshit, man. You either a girl that like girls, or a guy that like girls, or a girl that like guys, or a boy that like boy. What all this other shit is? Come on, man.
Photos.
It's so amazing. And everybody's cool with that, like the butt plugs and the dildos. Nobody complains.
No.
I mean, if the parents found out, would they?
No. It's queer sex. This is the drag queen that came in.
What's her name?
Alexis Bevels.
Alexis Devil.
And just hung out in my classroom.
And was there?
Or hung out in my office.
You have so much freedom, and so much wiggle room.
So much freedom. So much money.
I mean,
To do stuff.
trustees are okay with that too.
In my opinion, I think he want to fuck this cameraman. He letting that cameraman know. See, the camera dude, this dude that's filming was doing it secretly. He didn't know he was being filmed. He talking about so much money to do stuff. He letting that dude know if what you want to do. I got the money. I got freedom to do stuff. He letting that dude know it can go down too. Oh, didn't Disney just get exposed for the second time? How many, man, come on, dog. Disney, ain't this is Disney's second time they got exposed for this type of shit? How many people they took to jail in that Disney raid? Walt Disney. Well, we think our kids can go play and have a good time. The whole time you telling me they got a fucking sex ring in the back? You telling me over 30 people are arrested and involved into this? What the fuck? And where is our kids safe? Where are we safe?
They don't know.
They would. It's like I wouldn't even like run it by them.
Hold on, catch this, y'all.
Money.
I mean,
To do stuff.
trustees are okay with that too.
He asked him what the trustee, let me move out the way so y'all can see it. He asked him, was the trustees okay with this? Listen to what he said.
Money.
I mean,
To do stuff.
trustees are okay with that too. They don't know.
They would. It's like I wouldn't even like run it by them. Like, why would I run it by them? They'd be like, oh my God, that's wonderful.
Huh? Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Come on, y'all.
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, oh my God, that's wonderful.
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, how does this?
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, how do you? Wonderful.
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18.
14 to 18 years old, dog. Our kids are addicted to video games. Our kids are addicted to crime. Our kids are running the streets, not learning. They not prepared. Why you think, yo, for my parents, for my older parents in here, how many of your kids, I don't know if I got any people in here this old, but how many, if I got any people in here, how many times your kids done left the house and had to move back in because they was fucking clueless out there? Do I got any parents in here that old to where they had kids that actually moved out and had to come back home because the motherfucker was out there just dumb as, like, I know it hurt, but I had to go back home at one point in time too. I was a dumb motherfucker out there fucking my shit up. And my daddy said, come on back home. Until I went home. Any of y'all ever went back home? Cause you ain't know what the fuck you was doing out there? You was out there. You was out there trying to be a man, trying to be a woman, but you was dumb as fuck out there. I was one of them niggas. I went back home 3 fucking times, y'all. I went back home 3 times. And finally I had got it right. I had finally got it right. And I started going back home. I started to be growing and be a man and handle my business, pay my own bills. I was proud of myself. He said, I prepared myself, man. That's amazing. But there's 75% of us went back home. 75 more. He said he went, look, at some point, most of us went back home. Now, for the ones that never went back home, man, congratulations to you. And hopefully you can pass that down to the people in your family. But I went back home 3 times until finally I stopped going back home. Nigga traveling all over the world, still ending up back home. And what the fuck? But I stopped going back home and I finally started to get it. But what I'm saying is, y'all, they don't get prepared for the world. Shout out to some of those that do. But we have a lot of kids that can't fend for themselves. They don't even know how to pay their fucking bills. Man, y'all know I ain't lying. When I first left home, nigga, I was so clueless on how to pay my own bill. I knew they had to get paid. Well, I was trying everything in my power to try to figure out how to pay that shit online. When I first started paying bills, nigga, I was lost in the motherfucker. Because it was never taught to me. I heard about it. But nigga, I couldn't be in the house that long. Nigga, I was hitting them streets. So I ain't had time to learn about no motherfucker paying no bill. I ain't had time to learn about how to do no credit. He said, we don't know how we been, oh man, I like this. We don't know how we been being attacked. I like that. I understand exactly what you just said. Even though I might have read it fucked up. I understood exactly what you just said. And that's facts.
They're like, how does this work? How do we do, like, how does this work? Right. So yeah, that's a really, like, cool part of my job is, so yeah.
So let me get this straight. And I want y'all to peep game. Listen to this now. Are you not proud of what you're doing? Are you not proud of what you're doing?
Joe Bruno.
Yes.
Hi there. James O'Keefe with Project Veritas.
Hell no, to the no.
You're on camera here talking about giving anal sex toys and butt plugs to little children.
Shout out to this man. Shout out to Project. Y'all, I know I'm gonna fuck this word up, but they name Veritas or something. It's Veritas. That's the people that broke this story. But like I said, man, you can find stories like this all over the internet. But this is just one. You attack it one at a time. There are stories all over the world. But you see, okay, Veritas. Okay, so, but as you see, look at this. He love what he doing but they never proud of it when it comes out to the public. They never proud of who they say they are. If this is who you is, stand on it. If this is you, why are you afraid of it when it hits the public? Y'all catching that right there? They can be this person behind closed doors, but when it comes to the public, they can't stand on it. So you're not proud of it though, huh? You ain't proud of who you is.
Like, how does this work?
Because in reality, you know what you're doing is wrong. But see, the world is flipped in a whole nother direction now. We done flipped this shit in a whole nother direction now.
So yeah, that's a really like cool part of my job is I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
So
I had like
that's that. Then I'm gonna show y'all the letter that they put out. So they actually, you know, this is what they said in recap when he got exposed. This is what they recap with.
All right, emergency press conference, Project Veritas. We have a
Veritas. Okay. I appreciate you helping me on that, Brody. Let me hear that one more time.
All right, emergency press conference, Project Veritas.
Project Veritas. Veritas.
We have a statement hot off the press from Dan Frank, principal of the Francis W. Parker School in Highland Park, Chicago. This is in reaction to the latest bombshell report. Hot off the press. Let's see what it says. Will they fire the dean? Will they condemn what he said? No, they're taking an interesting approach here. Listen to this. Last week at the National Association of Independent Schools People of Color Conference, one of our employees was targeted by the group and misled to believe he was conversing with another conference attendee over a coffee. He was filmed without his knowledge or permission while describing one example of our...
Are y'all peeping game? Let me start this over. Are y'all paying attention? Not denying or feel some type of way teaching this to 14-year-old kids. It's the fact that he got exposed. That's what they are hot about. They are hot about the fact that they've been passing around butt plugs and all this other shit. That's what they mad about.
Approach here. Listen to this. Last week at the National Association of Independent Schools People of Color Conference, one of our employees was targeted by the group and misled to believe he was conversing with another conference attendee over a coffee. He was filmed without his knowledge or permission while describing one example of our inclusive, affirming, and comprehensive approach to sex education. This group, Project Veritas, has now edited the video with malicious intent. That's interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. And launched it publicly tonight. Please know this video contains descriptive language. If you choose to view it...
Man, these people's out their damn mind, dog. This is how they responded to being exposed of something that he said he loved his job. It's so cool. He said his job is so cool. But now, oh, well, I mean, it's cool if people don't know that this is what we are doing. They paying $40,000 to $50,000 for their kids to go to school. And this is what they over there doing. Motherfucker come out dumb as a box of rock, but he'll know how to work sex items. He'll know how to have same sex, him or she. But when it comes to, yo, what is the ARP or some shit like that, he clueless. What is redlining? How can we up the market? How can we invest into ourselves and actually become wealthy? We don't know none of that shit. We don't know how to run no business. $40,000 to $50,000, but these motherfuckers over there playing around, learning about some shit that don't matter at the moment.
We ask you not to share it because it will add to its viral power. So they're saying that we edited it with malicious intent. Literally his words.
Then look at the last paragraph. He said, we are sickened by the group. He said, deception tactics. He said deception tactics. He said, they engaged during a people of color conference. Okay. He said in their attack on the LGBTQ plus community, we are meeting with the middle and upper school students tomorrow to offer support and guidance. Shit.
So they're saying that we edited it with malicious intent. Literally his words. There are no edits. It's just him talking about.
And that's facts. How did they edit it with malicious intent when they let him talk? I mean, he asked him a question. He responded. I don't see no edits. Where's the edits? But see, all that is side talk. All that is side talk to remove your attention from the issue at hand. All that is side talk. That's side talk. That calls, hey, we need to distract them from what's really going on. Come on, bro.
Dildos and butt plugs and spit and awful things about with 14-year-old girls getting this information. This is, I don't know what, there's no edit. What are you talking about edit? Are they saying he didn't say these things? Then sue me. Sue me.
They can't sue you. They can't sue you because it's his words, not your words.
By the way, we never lost a defamation lawsuit.
Wow, he said they never lost a defamation lawsuit. So they must be good at what they do at exposing villains. They must be good at what they do at exposing villains.
That's because we don't edit anything improperly. Earlier this week, the same group, Veritas, attempted to ambush our employee at the school and was escorted off campus without incident. Well, we have that video coming tomorrow. Your characterization is maliciously edited, by the way, compared to what we actually have on video.
And this is the video he's talking about right here.
Joe Bruno.
Yes.
Hi there. James O'Keefe with Project Veritas.
Hell no. To the no.
You're on camera here.
That nigga like, nailed, hey, yo, that hell no works perfect for this, because it was like, he really was like,
Hell no.
hell nah, nigga, you got me fucked up, I'm out of here.
To the no.
You're on camera here talking about giving anal sex toys and butt plugs to little children.
You ain't seen that yet, chat. You ain't seen nothing yet. Watch what the lady is about to say to him.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them.
Sir, why are you running? Why are you running away?
Why are you running?
Sir, anal butt plugs and toys?
Excuse me?
Bruno, just, excuse me, this
Hey,
this teacher is talking about giving
he used to, I guess it's a school, maybe it's a mixed school.
sex toys to your children.
This is the space where we're distancing children.
Right.
Can you actually evacuate the patio?
Right,
please?
but he was giving sex toys to the
I
children.
understand. I have children here.
I have children here. Children here. So a man is trying to expose what this guy is doing at your school, but you have children here. I mean, mate, I'm lost here. If he is trying to expose to what your children are being subjected to, then how would you take issue? I mean, I don't know. Do you want him to expose it, or do you not want him to expose it? Or are you?
Isn't it ironic?
Toys.
This is the space where we're distancing children.
Right.
Can you actually evacuate the patio?
Right,
please?
but he was giving sex toys to the
I
children.
understand. I have children here.
Isn't it ironic?
My nigga say hypocrisy at its finest. Dog.
We're leaving, but he was talking about giving sex toys to children.
Thank you for leaving.
We understand. Reporters asking someone a question. We are leaving. You bet. As you can see, he ran into the building as quickly as possible. Are we allowed to stand on the sidewalk, sir?
Sidewalk, I can't control that.
Thank you. We're going to stand on the sidewalk right here. Do you know a Joseph Bruno? Bruno?
Bueller.
Wow, man.
Yes, you're filming me. We're filming you too. Joe Bruno, your dean of students, talking about giving sex toys to children.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. And that's the story on that, man. Once again, if y'all want to do a follow-up on it yourself, Project Veritas. I just had this shit. Hold on. Let me make sure I get it right.
All right, emergency press conference, Project Veritas.
Project Veritas. My bad. Project Veritas. All right, so if y'all wanted to follow that up on your own, you know, that's the story on that, man. But wow, bro. Highly doubt that school has any black staff too. I mean, but like I said, you know, when it, for me, if they can, the kids, race don't play a factor when it comes into this, because it's kids in general. If they willing to expose it to non-black kids, then you already know how they go, bro. I don't have to spell it out. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, we have to be aware of this type of stuff. And that's why I'm bringing it. But if you notice how the game works, when I go, if I was reporting on Young Thug, see, pay attention. This is what I want y'all to get out of this. If I was doing a report on Young Thug, let me show you. This is what I want y'all to understand, man. I want my supporters. I want you to really get this and understand this. Look at this. This is the live stream we did on Young Thug. How do I go to it? The live stream we did on Young Thug. You see how many views it got? You see how many views that got? Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold on. So I want to paint this picture to you. Y'all see it right here. 9.9 thousand for talking about Young Thug. Y'all see this? This is what we care about, y'all. We don't give a fuck about these kids, man. We don't give a fuck if these niggas out here getting molested. We don't give a fuck they dying on the street to gang violence. Fuck give a fuck about that. Who the fuck give a fuck about that? Man, we don't give a fuck, bro. We line up to talk about this Young Thug shit. We line up for it. We don't give a fuck about these kids, bro. We don't give a fuck about the world we live in. We don't give a fuck that we are being mistreated. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Let's see, if we were talking about Young Thug, we were talking about Gunna, that gets people attention. See, shit like this, man. Shit like this catches our attention. We don't even know these motherfuckers, but some shit that can actually affect us. This nigga can't affect us. Well, I mean, his music, the parts in the music can. But whether this nigga snitching or not snitching, we don't, what? Come on, dog. Come on, man. But that's the story on that, man. We're gonna move on to our next story.
Bello on the